When a backpack suddenly started smoking, the officer immediately told everyone nearby to get back. At the same time, he grabbed the bag and ran toward an empty interrogation room. He threw the backpack inside, shut the door, and stuffed his jacket under the gap to seal it. Then he rushed to the office doorway and told his colleagues to seal that door as well. Finally, he went into an interrogation room across the hall and isolated himself. He kept his eyes locked on the smoking biohazard backpack. At the same time, he asked a colleague to report the situation to the chief. The chief reacted immediately. He ordered security to lock down the entire station. No one was allowed to enter or leave. He also instructed everyone to stay on their current floor. Then he called the CDC for emergency assistance. Soon, the chief came to the interrogation room door to check on Bell. Bell said that aside from feeling nervous and having a racing heartbeat, he wasn't experiencing any other symptoms for now. Looking at the backpack in the adjacent room, Bell told the chief that the whole situation felt too coincidental. He had just been about to inspect the bag when it started smoking, and before heading into the interrogation room, he hadn't even seen it. The time between the bag appearing and being discovered was very short. On top of that, the bag had a phone inside acting as a trigger device. Logically, the person responsible should have activated it after leaving the building, but the moment Bell found the bag, it was triggered immediately. That meant the attacker was still inside at the time, and now that the building was locked down, no one could leave. So the person responsible was likely still inside the station. At that moment, Sherlock learned that the police station had been attacked. After digging into it, he found that 2 years ago, a drug trafficking group had carried out a similar attack. Back then, they hid a homemade smoke device inside an ordinary backpack and detonated it using a phone. That incident left 12 officers sick and killed 7. So Sherlock believed this attack was carried out by the same group, because just last year, the chief had publicly stated that the department would take them down. After taking over the case from the narcotics division, the chief not only seized their shipments, but also arrested several mid-level members. So this attack was likely an act of retaliation. However, the chief pointed out that no drug dealers had been arrested that day. Sherlock speculated that they might have used an ordinary civilian instead, but the most urgent priority was identifying the substance and starting treatment as soon as possible. Even though anthrax exposure can be treated to reduce harm, it could take hours or even days for the CDC to identify it. So Sherlock suggested going directly to the drug cartel and forcing them to reveal what substance was used. That way, the officers could receive treatment in time. But the chief firmly refused. If the cartel was behind this, there was no way they would willingly reveal the substance. The CDC had already arrived on scene. They just needed to wait for the results. But Sherlock, driven by loyalty, had already made up his mind to go.